Hi, horse racing enthusiasts. This is John. Today is the 19th of August. Just wanted to go through a couple of things I looked at or identified in the past performances today at Saratoga. Day 26, I believe. So if I could be off by a day, but I think it's day 26. So let's get right to it. If I look at the third race, take a look at the third race in your DRF. It's a optional claiming race, 62K. Horses that have never won more than two times, or never won more than 18,000 actually for in a race. If we look at this, it's a mile and an eighth on the main track. Par is 96. There's one thing I saw here that I think I like the 1A, 4, and 2, but really what I want to focus on is the 1A. Name of the horse is Gigging, Gigging. It's a Fleet Alex gelding, 6-year-old. Norm Cash is the trainer. Johnny V is the jock. Has good Tomlinson figures. I think it's a pretty good wager. But I wanted to just it's on the main track, like I said, but I wanted just to point one thing out. So it's got a Tomlinson figure of 372 at the distance on the main track. So that's pretty good. And numbers are right there on the speed figures. But if you look at the last running line, August 13th, he ran in Churchill at Churchill Downs. Ran okay. Ended up coming in sixth. It said he was bumped and bothered at the start, right? But it looks like he gave it a good effort after the bump and bothered. But sometimes that takes a little bit out of him. So, that was 6 days ago? Norm Cash, trailers the horse up here for some reason. Have they identified this race? Is the owner, he owns the horse as well. So, it just rings to me like something's going on here. Why are they in such a hurry to bring the horse back? They couldn't find a race down there to bring him back to. Maybe this race on August 13th at Churchill was really just a training race, right? Maybe they just shut him down in preparation for this race. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Morning line 3 to 1. It's an entry. Coming back today. So assuming they don't scratch the horse, I think this is a green light. And I would go across the board on that and, work in maybe. When I'm looking at this, I see possibly a lone speed in the next race. So I might do a 1A and a 4 daily double. Third race, the 1A or 1. And in the fourth race, do the 4. That's what I'm thinking. So let's go right to the ninth race. Ninth race looks like an exciting race. I think I've identified, and it's when I say I think, it's because there could be another horse that has some speed, but it's really hard to tell. But I think we're looking at the 8 being the lone speed in the race. That's the ninth race. It is a claiming 50,000 claiming 1 1/16 on the turf, no par value. So fillies, 3-year-olds. And when I look at all the horses, I look at the 8. The 8 has speed, has used that speed effectively from time to time. Runs a 23:47 back in June at Monmouth. Ran on a 67 with 22:46 and 110 to win the race at an 83:17 track variant. That's funny. Uncle Vinny is the sire out of Uncle Mo, right? Or not out of, but by Uncle Mo, grandsire. 3 times at this distance, 2 times one time show. So I like this. So now I look at that one running line, and let's assume he runs back to it. You never can assume, but that's the best information that we have. 22:46:10, 110. What are the horses that can close with those numbers? And in this race, there's not that many. I looked at the 2 possibly as having that. There's some, there's a running line in the 2 where it seemed to close and win at this distance at 22. but there really isn't a lot. I mean, that was in a lower graded race even. So, and then let me just check a look while we're talking here. The 5. The 5 is a closer as well. He closed at a 23:46 clip. End up 3 lengths out. So I think the 8 has a shot here at being a wire to wire. So let's lock that in. The ninth race, the 8. The 8's name is, just for those, Judge Judith. All right, now we'll go to the 10th real quick. 10th is a fun race. It's youngsters, 2-year-olds, non-Lasix race, the Skidmore, 150K, 5.5 on the turf. I'm always suspect of on the turf, those that are on the way outside. But I think we have a lone speed. It was hard to detect because of the race. Looks like we was 4 wide going around the last race. I think you can throw that last race out. It was at Saratoga, July 16th, so it was like opening day weekend. Didn't really do anything. Just ran wide the whole time. Not sure what they were thinking. It was Ricardo Santana, the jock. Chapman is the trainer. So I'm thinking here that 5.5. He's won at this. Won at this before. Justify Sire. Good ratios on the Tomlinson. Not a bad post position. I mean, there's many more that go out there. So I'm going to go with the 7 as the lone speed based on a bad trip. And I think what we might do just also as well is do a daily double, with the 9th race. That 8 in the 9th race with the 7 in the 10th race, daily double. So just to recap, like the 1A in the 3rd race, assuming he doesn't scratch. Race 9, I like the 8 as the lone speed. I think that's really the one I like the best. And in the 10th race, I think the 7, based on a bad trip last time, is going to have pretty good odds. It should be a long shot. Justify is the sire, the 7. All right. So good luck, race fans. Look forward to talking to you a little bit later. Thanks. Bye.